How's it going, everyone? We've got some massive updates to go over today about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, a huge game, and I think one that a lot of people are excited for, and it's going to be quite the busy period of game releases with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Gears of War Reloaded, and Lost Soul Aside all coming out in the span of like 2 days. Insanity, but we'll talk all about that. We've got a free update for Doom the Dark Ages, a game that I really did enjoy. $70 price tag may have been a little bit hefty, but we'll get to that at the end of this video. First of all, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Now, I do want to mention the game is being released at $70, quite a hefty price point, but if you're looking to play the game on PC and Steam, the standard edition is 20% off for $56 over at our friends at Green Man Gaming. You'll get a Steam key, and the Digital Deluxe Edition is 20% off for $64. Now, the Digital Deluxe Edition includes some in-game items, the Sneaking Pack DLC, but it also includes 48 hours of early access. So while the official release is August the 28th, I don't know, I'm pretty down bad to play Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Snake Eater is in my pantheon of the greatest video games ever released. I think this is one where a lot of people are going to succumb and buy the Digital Deluxe Edition, but you'll get it much cheaper over at GMG and you'll get a Steam key there. On top of that, you know, Snake Eater is a game that $70 for the base game and then $80 for the Digital Deluxe Edition. Hefty price point for a game that you can complete fairly quickly. Like, it's not going to be this 40-hour adventure. However, Delta Snake Eater will be getting an online battle mode in Fox Hunt, and that'll be launching this fall. Konami has confirmed. The mode notes a thrilling hide-and-seek based completely original online multiplayer, an online experience unique to Metal Gear that utilizes the central elements of the base game, camouflage, and survival. Based on the sneaking rule from Metal Gear Online, utilizes the fundamentals of one of the most popular game rules from Metal Gear Online and the sneaking gameplay elements iconic to the Metal Gear series, and the latest graphical enhancements that amplifies the tension of hide-and-seek to a whole new level. I know a lot of people that were super into MGO. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but again, I knew people that fiended on Metal Gear Online, and I remember in 2008, June, when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out and then MGO came out, while I was knee-deep into Call of Duty 4 at that point, I did hear that buzz around Metal Gear Online, and that was like where, you know, a certain sector of the cool kids that were more into the tactics-based online games were playing Metal Gear Online, but nevertheless, that is going to be dropping in the fall, and that potentially will be giving you an added level of replay value to Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. You know, $70 for a game that you can complete in probably 15 or so hours might be looked at as like, holy hell, that's fairly expensive and not a value-oriented purchase. You guys have heard me talk about Mafia: The Old Country ad nauseum. By the way, I'm playing that game right now, and it is exactly what I wanted. That game is awesome, but you know, sometimes it's nice to get a game that's straight to the point, 15 hours of high-quality gameplay. Not every game needs to be 30, 40, 70 hours long, but I get it. People value different things, and they qualify games in different ways that are worth their $70. I totally understand that, but for me, and again, I'm in a very nice position where I can play all these games, but it is nice having a little bit of variety, because we're gonna get Borderlands 4. That game is gonna be a bigger undertaking. We're gonna get bigger RPGs like a Trails in the Sky first chapter that every now and again, having a Mafia Old Country, having a Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which is get in, get out, have a great time, and then move on. Sometimes that's exactly what I want, and Snake Eater, again, one of the best games I've ever played, and you can make an argument it's the greatest PS2 game of all time. Whenever I get into this debate of the greatest PS2 game of all time, man, it just devolves into an absolute crap show. People bringing up Beautiful Joe, people bringing up Pro Skater 3, people bringing up, I get crapped on for bringing up Okami. Like, I don't know why Okami being brought up is this crazy thing, but MGS3 absolutely has to be there among the top 5 to 10. The top 5 of PS2 games is so hard to, you know, weed down, but at least in the top 10, and, you know, potentially the top 5, and some people would even have it at number 1. It's a phenomenal game, and for a lot of people, the ones I talk to, their favorite Metal Gear title. Moving on from that, I do want to mention that Doom the Dark Ages has confirmed a huge free update. Update 2 is now available. This is a significant update, and with this update, you've got the Ripatorium Endless Arena mode, new combat enhancements for Dragon, Atlan, and Slayer, full campaign balance changes, and refinements as well. Stand and fight as the super weapon of gods and kings, shred enemies with devastating favorites like the super shotgun, while also wielding a variety of new bone-chewing weapons, including the versatile shield saw. Players will stand and fight on the demon-infested battlefields in the vicious grounded combat the original Doom is famous for. Take flight atop the new fierce Mecha Dragon that stands tall in massive Atlan Milk and beat demons to a pulp. With the newly enhanced Glory Kill system, only the Slayer has the power to wield these devastating tools of mayhem. I've talked about Dark Ages quite a lot. Now, at this point, the game is 25% off for $52.49. Still probably a little bit too hefty of a price point. It is available on Xbox Game Pass, of course, which I just do feel like from an optics standpoint does devalue some of these games, especially the $70 games. It's one thing when an Expedition 33 that's at such a high level or an Oblivion remaster comes out at $50, but the $70 games, I feel like optically they are looked at in a different way. When you look at games like Avowed, Doom the Dark Ages, and there are going to be games that are obviously going to be exceptions to the rules, but in the case of Doom the Dark Ages, I really did enjoy it, and the levels, how they're designed, they do have that level of openness to them, that there's some secrets and things to discover, and if you take your time with it, it can be a 20, 22, 25-hour campaign. But again, is it a worthwhile game for $70? I think for some people, they were just pushed away from that. I absolutely think it's a game that at some point everybody should check out. I know there were a lot of takes of people saying that they like Doom Eternal better. Doom Eternal from a pacing and gameplay standpoint is certainly different. Doom the Dark Ages has a bit of a slower and a methodical approach for a Doom game. It's still, you know, relative to other games, fairly fast-paced, but relative to a Doom game, there is a little bit more of a slower pace to it, a little bit more of the tension and atmosphere building, which I personally did appreciate. Now, narratively, I didn't really get into it. I know they put more emphasis into the narrative. I don't really care for the narrative, but I enjoyed the gameplay, the environments. I enjoyed all of that, and I did enjoy it quite a lot. Now, Ripatorium is an endless arena mode that lets players set up their own combat encounters within 3 unique areas using a simple menu interface. Also included are 2 new Doom Slayer skins and a loopable demo for the benchmark mode on PC. Now that's PC only. The Ripatorium, there's a encounter manager, there's the type and quantity of demons to spawn, set a time limit to challenge yourself, or turn on endless mode so you keep going. Use the enemy respawn counter to craft your experience, and it includes 3 different arenas, and then also there's a jukebox where you can select a Doom the Dark Ages music track for your custom encounter, which I think is pretty cool because the soundtrack is quite good, always been pretty good for the Doom games. Again, 52 from my vantage point, and some people ask, I've heard this, I've seen this in the comment section, I should say, oh, how do you say that these games aren't worth this price point, and then at the same time you're saying you're playing them? Guys, not everybody is a gaming content creator. I get that most of you guys comprehend this concept, but when I recommend my these games and at certain price points, I try to put myself in the shoes of the average person that isn't a gaming content creator and is a little bit more selective on what they pick up. I say over and over again, I'm in a very luxurious position where I can play every game. I understand that not everybody is in that position, so if I was to put myself in the shoes of somebody that has to be a little bit selective, Doom the Dark Ages is one of those games. I wait until the fall. I wait until it's $30, and I think it will get to that fairly quickly, and if more free updates continue to drop, I think you're getting more value out of the game, and ultimately it'll be an even more advantageous pickup then. But that's my 2 cents. I know some people will disagree with me on that, and they really did love the game, and I did really enjoy the game. I would probably put it in that secondary tier of games that I really enjoyed this year, but that's alongside games like Dynasty Warriors Origins that I really liked as well. But yeah, I would say wait for a deeper discount, but that free update is live right now. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater getting an online battle mode in Fox Hunt. That'll be dropping this fall, adding a bit of replayability. Out on August the 28th, $70 for the base game, $80 for the digital deluxe edition with 48 hours of early access. Check out the link at Green Man Gaming to get your copy cheaper if you're looking to play it on PC. And Doom the Dark Ages gets a significant free update with new content and more. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.